When I started my career, one of the advice that I got was to make my primary rule for communication to never bore my audience. Today, almost 15 years later, I'd argue that not boring your audience is a very unambitious goal. If only because not being boring is actually relatively easy. I mean, just make a speech during a roller coaster ride and it won't be boring. Only that it's not the point. Because the point of giving a speech, the point of communicating in the first place, is to change minds. To have your message stick rather than the roller coaster ride. To have your audience fall in love with your idea rather than cheering for what a great show it's been. When we hear a speech that's super exciting, it's tempting to think that it was because of some talent of the communicator to make it exciting, or because they put on such a great show. What's easily overlooked, though, is that it's actually the other way around. Stories that touch us deeply are never boring, while on the other hand, stories that aren't boring can still leave us largely unaffected. Or a story that challenges my thinking can't be boring, while on the other hand, stories that aren't boring can still be largely irrelevant. Great communicators start with relevance. That's what creates resonance. And when something resonates, it's by definition not boring. So, not being boring is a consequence of, rather than a prerequisite for telling a meaningful story. And sure, telling it on a roller coaster will only make it more exciting, if that's your thing, that is. But I leave that decision up to you. Keep lighting the path.